Hello and welcome to another episode of Who Knew in the Moment, the podcast. I'm your host, Phil Friedrich, and today I am honored to have Marlon Parr with me. Marlon is a digital and art creator, and you can find him on Instagram under Marlon's Room. And his mantra is die with memories, not dreams. So, Marlon, thanks so much for being on today, my man.
It's a long time coming, man. Excited. I love podcasts. I love to talk. So I mean, let's do it, man. I'm ready.
Yes. So to start your journey, you grew up and you fell in love with drawing Godzilla and then transitioned to Spider-Man. So talk a little bit about getting into art and what it was about drawing that captivated you.
So when I was a kid, I always watched like the Godzilla movies. My grandma would take me to Blockbuster. Age myself with Blockbuster, and I would get all the movies. I just watch them. And I was just drawing monsters and stuff. And I ended up drawing Spider-Man. What happened is I was always drawing, always drawing. So one day I was at Walmart, right? So my grandma is like, we was going through the aisles, and I see this book, and it's like Stan Lee, how to draw, how to draw like a cartoon artist.
Yeah.
So I look at it, and he has like him and like this other author, Jack Kirby, and they show like, all right, so the stick figure, and then you take that, then you erase it, then you put the muscles on it. All right, erase it, then you add. So I'm looking at it, and as a kid, you don't even know what stuff costs. You just how to grab it. You just I do one of those throw it into the cart type of things, right? So I do it, throw it into the cart. And my grandma was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, it's, a book, help me draw. I showed her, flip through the pages, show you how to draw stuff, whatever. She was like, I don't know if we got the money for that. So I'm like, maybe next time she put it back. All right, man, cool. So then we're check out, whatever. And then putting the bags and stuff away in the cart. What do I see in the bottom of one of the little bags? I see the book. So then what happens is later on in the night, I'm chilling and I'm like, can I get that book? She's like, how do you know? I see it in the cart. So from there, I was just drawing like just free flowing, but now I got to actually draw like structure and like,
Yeah.
now it's just way more refined. So that's how I'm drawing Spider-Man all the time. Even to this day, I don't do Spider-Man so much without any pencil, without any like, I can draw body, the whole little, I can do it all right now off of memory without even you. Would you look at it? Nothing. I've been doing it for so long, but yeah. And then I took what I know from body movements and like, how to draw actual human figures to look at the basketball players. Football is drawn too, but it's so many pieces with the helmet stuff. With basketball is just so easy. So that's how I started doing that when I was like probably 6, 7.
I love it. Now, in addition to falling in love with art, you also fell in love with sports. And so, talk a little bit about, starting to play sports and getting that competitive edge and, really how that harnessed and shaped some of your work ethic.
I had a brother, so every time we're playing, you always try to win a race. Win a race. Tell our friends we play. Yeah, it was in Milwaukee. All our friends have basketball courts. We just go from basketball court to basketball court. It's all day outside, hooping, just back and forth, playing football. Kids, they don't do it, but we used to play tackle.
Yeah.
Like on the grass, of course, on the grass, we play tackle. We play in the street, car. And we just, so it's always competitive. And when you get older, you keep playing. So that's what I was doing, man. It was always just, it's more I'm hanging with my homies. It's not just, I love one sport specifically. It's just like, that's what we're doing today. All right, bet. Going to the park. Cool. We walked 2 miles to get to the park, so we'll stay here all day because what else we have to do? We don't have video games as much as they is today. So it's like, yeah, going outside is a lost art, man. I'm telling you.
I love it. Now, as you started to progress in your sports, eventually you got to a spot where you had some college attention and you go to Dubuque. But talk a little bit about, what it took for you to grow and get better, and then how you end up making your college decision.
And so what happened was I was going to go to Northern Michigan. And I was trying to like see if I can get maybe walk on a red shirt there.
Yeah.
But I found out it's really, when they say Northern Michigan, they really mean like at the very top of near Canada. So that's far. It's super cold. I'm not doing that. And then my friend Malachi, he was going there. He was going to a school in Iowa called University of Dubuque. And I was like, man, I kind of like how this feel, like playing sports. Girls talking to you and everyone's how you like your pictures. I'm like, I want to keep playing. Like, I wasn't crazy, but I was solid. But I'm like, if I can keep playing at all, if I'm just on the team working out, getting buff. Because when you get out of high school, in sports, everyone's fit, no body fat. But as you get older, it's like, oh, what happened to you? And I thought to myself, I'll never want to be I never wanted to be that type of. But they see, man, you used to be so fit back in the day. I was like, hey, I'll go Iowa for D3, cool, I'll do it. So I sent some of my highlights in. Then he said, yeah, man, the coach, yeah, man, you can come in, just apply. So I did it. And then I played there for 3 years. It was cool, man. Hey, great practice player. Didn't play too much, but hey, you talking about giving a good look in practice?
That you're the guy. You're
Well,
the
listen,
guy.
listen, listen. So the first team, like, so my first year, I was just raw. Wasn't really that good. But my second year, I was good. I made varsity. Like, I'm gonna play. Scout team. I made it. Me? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't play that much, but all right, cool. And then my third year, I changed positions, and like the top guy was from Alaska, solid. His name was Lee Jones, like real tattoos, like literally, like, why are you here? He should be here. One of the type of players. And then the second string guy named Tyler Bilbrat, and he was just big, jack, beard, like just Mister. He does like the decathlon stuff at tracks. He was just the ultimate athlete.
Yeah.
I'm not better than him or him, no matter how much I try. Okay. And then the third string guy ended up being my friend Tyler. He was an offensive lineman. Big guy, big fat guy. Cool guy. And
Yeah.
then for some reason he wants to come back in the summer, lean and fit. And they're like, we'll put you a tight end right away. And I was just like, how do I go with math? One, two, three, where am I going? Yeah, so I just sat out and just worked. And then my senior year, I'm like, all right, these homies I came in with, I come play back, come back and play. And then I was a tight end. And it was great, man. We won a championship, an undefeated conference championship out in Iowa. So we didn't lose for 2 months. And it was just every week didn't lose for 2 months. Did I play? No, but hey, after the games, you thought I might have, you thought, wow, the game. Yeah. I celebrated as if I was. But it was a great time, though. So just being there, that's kind of where I learned how to be a man. Because I'm from Wisconsin. I lived a bunch of places growing up. And you ask me, I'm thinking that everyone, like black people and white people, are just all friends all across the world. I'm thinking, oh, that's just how it is. But I met some friends. I'm like, yo, how many black people was your high school? Two. Oh, what? Two? Yeah, like, so it's just kind of, the Iowa really showed me how to, really see the world and be a man and just even if we had football, around here around grown men. So like if you can go to school a month and a half early and work practice 2 days, 2 times a day in the summer heat, it just builds like a callous and toughness. Like I can do this, I can do anything. So that was a great time.
And something I want to highlight, not everyone listening played sports at, a high level, but I think, that element of humility and team above self can really come to light when you're not the guy, right? When you're not the one that's getting all the attention, you're not getting all the looks. So talk a little bit about just, I know you said, hey, it taught me to become a man, but just talk about learning, that element of team above self and, really how that can help parlay into life.
Really, it's easy for me because I've never been the guy. Like I was cool off the court and field, whatever, but I was never. No one ever came to. All right, Marlon's gonna have a big game today. Not really. Maybe 2 times in high school, but no. When I was in sixth grade, first time playing organized sports, or seventh grade, our best player was a sixth grader, and he had offers from Tennessee.
Wow.
And he was, now mind you, he's in sixth grade playing up. You feel me? And he couldn't even play the second quarter because it's like, no, you can't. And he averaged 23. And mind you, he was getting high major offers sixth, seventh grade. His name is Dwayne Wilson. He ended up playing at Marquette, and then Texas A&M. Now he's, I think, in Budapest right now, and he still looks like that. So humility. I just knew early on in my sports life, someone just got it, man. So like I'm just team it is. I play hard, and I know who they're coming to see. So I don't have that false sense of awareness where, man, I'm supposed to be getting shots, and I'm not. He hasn't missed in 2 days. I set these screens, so I just knew I wasn't really, I was just standard across the board in sports. I was never. And then in high school, I played a little bit. I was playing football because my friends were pretty much playing.
Yep.
We had a guy, Najee. He's one of those guys where his body's just developed for everyone else. Like all the muscles everyone tries to get now, he had as a kid. Super fast, super strong. He passed away a few years ago, RP, but I had a bunch of friends who just naturally just look. If you look around the room, that's the guy right there. This is it. So I never had a false sense of, man, I should be playing more. I'm good.
Yeah,
this is where it's at. So I'm a team player. Like whatever it takes for the win.
I love that.
get the spotlight. Or I know I get it from just being a cool person, not my athletic ability.
I love that, man. Now, so for you, as you're going through college, you end up meeting an important person from a couple connection standpoint named Shaq. So, talk a little about how the two of you get connected, and I know he ends up having some connections at Madison where you spend some time and meet some people.
One more thing, and also when I was in high school, I was a backup for a guy who went to the NBA.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's like as soon as he got fouls, I would get in, but I knew who people were coming to see.
Yeah.
I knew. I knew. His name was Marlon Parr. He played with the Pistons for a little bit. And then last year he was in Venezuela.
Okay.
He was younger than me too, so it's like
Yeah.
I know he's better than me. He's got to accept it, you know. And it's
I
crazy
love
because now his little brother plays for the Cardinals. So their
No
family
kidding.
kind of just, it's just a real athletic family. And it's just sometimes you just know, like, I'm not the guy. You got to accept it. It's cool to be like, hey, I remember when you weren't that to everyone, but now you're that. Is I've been here in the corner not hating, so that's always a good. It's always a good metric to look back and say, yeah, people always root me for being the same type of person, never jealous or something like that.
Absolutely. That's so cool. Yeah, some of those family, there is an element of genetics that comes into play at some point, right?
Yeah, you can. We have me and my friends. We have an inside joke. We were saying like, so I got some friends I play football with in Iowa. Some are white, and my other friends, black. Who just saying like, listen, no matter how much plyometrics you guys do, there's a guy in Houston, Texas, right now named Montrevious Williams, and he can run faster, jump higher in eighth grade than you guys can ever be able to do. It's just natural, like
Yep.
it's natural. It's just something you just can't do.
Yep.
They laugh. No, you squat, yeah, it's cool, but he's never stressed in his life.
Yep.
Like, natural, eats what he wants. It's just So yeah, there's always an ongoing joke of, you have to be a good guy in college. Like my friends would be, yeah, college you need to be a great guy. That's what coaches want. And one of my other friends who played with me in Iowa, his name is Michael. Michael Joseph, he played for the Bears for like 5 years. And he would just say, listen, coaches don't care about that. Coaches need to win games. So you have to pick between a guy that's like, not the best person, but runs a 4-1, or a guy who's first one in, last one out, slow, can't slide his feet. I don't think coaches they don't care. So that's always a funny thing to talk about.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Now, yeah. So now, in your story, you end up meeting Shaq, and Shaq has some connections to Madison, and you spent some time going to Madison and meeting some different athletes there as well. So talk a little bit about, connecting and assimilating. And I think that's a piece of your story where you moved, a little bit in your younger years. And so learning how to make friends and how to connect with people quickly is helpful.
So I always tell people that I could draw, I could paint, I could stipple, I could write poetry. If you give me like clay and wheel, I could make a bowl, plate, ashtray, like make the rugs, I could do logos, all that. But I feel like my greatest, actually, it's probably my personality. So when I was in Iowa, I was about an hour and a half, hour 15 minutes from Madison. So I had a friend who I used to play sports with in high school, um, named Dare Gumawale. So he played football at Madison. So after our games, I would drive down and I would take my roommate's car. Nice BMW, by the way. And I would drive to Madison. I would hang out with him sometimes. And then I'd just be back and forth. And then, so I had a few Madison connections. And then, so I met my friend Shaq. And I was talking to him. When I first saw him, he's in intramurals. And him and this other guy just putting the ball between their legs, dunking, with power. Like, remember I told you some kids naturally eat hot chips all day, can just jump out the gym. He was one of those. So I'm looking like, man, why are you playing in the middle? What are you doing? He's like, yeah, man, I was hooping, but I'm just not hooping anymore.
Yeah.
And then he was telling me about he had a friend, who goes to Madison, who plays football. I said, oh yeah, I got a friend who plays football at Madison too. Like, who you know? I said, oh, Dare. He's like, you know Dare? Like, yeah, man, I've been one of our best friends for a while. I'm like, what? Well, shit, let's go to Madison sometime. So then I later found out that he was Sam Decker's childhood best friend.
Yeah.
Now, are you familiar with the legend in Wisconsin known as Sam Decker?
Absolutely.
Okay, so and this is right after right before he went to the league. So he's like, wait, you know him? Oh yeah, that's your homie. And I'm looking like Sam's from a small town in Wisconsin called Sheboygan. So I'm like, you black? What do you you from Sheboygan? He's like, yeah, man, huh, you know what I'm saying? So we go to Madison a good amount, and then that's when the Badgers were at their height of fame. So like Bronson Koenig, Nigel Hayes, Ethan Happ, Jordan Hill, Vito Brown, like they were Phil Iverson, like those guys were. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Bucks, Packers, Badgers, like that's what
Yeah.
they. So I haven't really been around that type of aura, before. I wasn't really. So I'm around them, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of shy. I'm sneaking pictures. And I'm kind of, wow, I'm really good. Like, and we're going to places 4, 5, 6, 7 deep, and I'm getting looked at as if I'm. But eventually I'm just, eventually I relax, and they just, oh, these are my homies. It's not like a big deal. It's just so. I think that has a lot to do with how I got, how I kept going forward. Like now, if I meet an NBA player, it's like I done literally been around, the height of that, so it's just normal now. And it's just, yeah. So Shaq really helped me. He'd be like, we'd be somewhere, he'd tap me. Be smooth, man. Don't be a fan. Oh, you're right. So yeah, he really helped me a lot when it comes to like networking and just kind of just seeing people as regular. So that helps a lot. Like when you meet somebody of a certain status, if you don't ask for a picture or you're just making jokes being yourself, they're not really used to that. It's like, oh, this one I feel comfortable with. And then from there, you meet more people and you link more. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been starstruck that much when it comes to people who I've seen. But when I in Shaq with Sam's house for Christmas, it was my first time meeting him. Walked through the door. I was That's one of the guys took down Kentucky. That's him right there. And like, I took my dad to have pictures from like he had pictures with him and Frank Kaminsky and like
Yeah.
on his fridge and then on his door and like his draft hat and in his cabinets people have plates. He's had tons of Nikes. I still have those pictures. I don't know if he knows I have those pictures, but I was so starstruck. I was wow, that's really so that was cool. Shaq really helped me yeah, really just get to treat people like people and then from there, if I meet people like I meet people like Nick McLemore or Justin Holiday or like Norris Cole, etc. I've been doing this for so long. It's not a big deal. So that he helped me a lot with that.
I love it. Now, as you're starting to meet different people in the athletic world, you also start to develop a talent, new talent in the art world. So it's not just drawing anymore. You start to do some digital creation. So talk a little bit about how that came to be, and learning that. And the other item that I would just mention is talk a little bit about, you mentioned grandma earlier, grabbing the book, but talk about the phone call with grandma and the laptop as well.
Hey boy, you really did your research. Look how you know about this. And that part, I did that that was a minute ago when I brought that up. All right, so Pete, so this will happen, right? So I'm working at this Nike store,
Yeah.
Nike outlet in Johnson Creek. So I'm working there, and mind you, like I'm doing really well with sales. Like, so my homies from the Badgers, they like, Marlon, you working? They come down and like, they're all Under Armour. So they, bro, if I give you some money, can you help me get fresh? I'm like, I got you. So I'm bringing them shoes for the low. I'm really, networking. I'm doing really good at work. But at this point, I'm going to summer league, kicking with my homies, like my boy JP Tokoto. He was playing with the Warriors in summer league, so I'm calling off work. I'm about to be NBA summer league. I've never seen it up close. So with him, I go there and I'm meeting people like Marvin Bagley. I met Jokic before he was a man. And
Yeah.
he has these two older brothers,
Yep.
just as big as him, but they're ripped like Colossus, and they have tattoos all across. And they brate, how are you? Like they was really. So I'm doing stuff like that. Like I'm moving weight, and I'm in college. So mind you, I'm doing that, and I'm going like all these games, and I'm under the tunnel. I'm just doing a lot. So that's starting to really take over what I'm doing in my free time.
Yeah.
So at the job I was working at Nike, they the management was they put a lot of people in charge who should have been in charge, who were younger. So no one's going to listen to someone complaining, especially if they're younger. So we went from having 100 employees to like 30.
Wow.
So now I can't get off to go to bus games. I can't get off to go to Badger games early. I can't go to Vegas and stuff as often. I'm trying to, what I'm saying? So I ended up stopped working at Nike. And I worked at a telemarketing place, and I would have been the greatest. I would have been Jordan Belfort if I would have stayed in that market. But so what happened is, all right, now the telemarketing place shuts down after a month. I'm like, all right, well, I don't have a job, and my car broke down, so I couldn't work at Nike. And even then, they wanted way too many hours, and I was still in school. So I'm like, all right, what do I know how to do legally? How to get me some money? bed. So I would get out of school like 3:45, 4, and what I would do was go to the computer and I would just make graphics. I would just make graphics and I would stay until they shut the computer lab off every day after school. Like every day I'm doing it. So I'm making, I'll show you I have some art pieces, some masterpieces, and like some, I do that, and it's all with the mouse or like the laptop. So I'm just making art all day. That's all I'm doing. I'm saving it. That's all I'm doing. And then people are, wow, that's pretty nice. One of my first customers, his name was Riley Jensen. He played basketball at Whitewater. And he was like, yeah, man, I'll support. You know, how much? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, all right, 15, $20. Really? Okay. So I made him a piece. It was like a cartoon piece, but I'm kind of exaggerating his muscles. He
Yeah.
paid me for it, and I was, wow, okay. So then I started doing that for people. I started doing that, and then I think I made a piece for Sam Decker. It was like a cartoon animated of him dunking when he was with the Washington Wizards. And I think he's out of the kind. He just, oh, Marlon, okay, it's pretty cool. He takes a picture of it. Like he takes a screenshot and he posted on his Instagram. Now, mind you, this is the first time a professional athlete has ever, and I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And this guy is Wisconsin Jesus. So I'm really moving different now. So now people are messaging, following. Oh, that's so great. And I'm looking like, huh. So that right there catapulted me further. Now I'm okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm drawing people like that. I'm sending it out. It would take me 3-4 hours, to do a piece.
Yeah.
And I would get like $20 for it. I'm like, it's not a lot, but I'm in college. It's gonna do. And then so I was doing that for a while. Then I had like a little epiphany. I'm like, I'm really not locked in. I'm supposed to be. And I just told myself, all right, man, you gotta lock in. Like you gotta really, what do you want to be? Like you gotta find something. Like all the jobs and where I was at were like hard labor jobs, like healthcare jobs. I don't want to do that. But I did work as a caregiver for a while. But I told myself, all right, I'm gonna lock in. Just put everything I got into this art shit. That's what we're gonna do. And my grandma calls me, how you doing? Good, good. I got this laptop here. I don't know if you want to use it or not. Oh yeah, I'll use it. Appreciate you. I'll draw it on the Milwaukee, grab it. I'm going back home to Whitewater. Now I'm thinking to myself, now I have to go to the library. When it's a weekend or something, it's snowing, I don't have to walk in the snow. I can just do all my stuff in here. So then I'm like, yeah, what's the password? Oh yeah, here's the password. Make sure you reset it. And I'm like, reset it. Oh, this is mine now. Oh. And she gave me a little bag to go with it. So now everywhere I go, I have my laptop with me. I'm drawing, I'm doing stuff, and now I'm a fiend. Now I can't stop. Now I have no reason to stop. I'm going. More people are liking my stuff and posting my stuff, and then it's a snowball effect. Yeah, from there I started doing it, and then eventually I get enough money and I buy an iPad because I see on YouTube enrolled in YSU, Tuesday University, and I'm seeing people doing what I'm doing, but they have this pencil. What's on iPad? You can do that. So I see people with the Apple Pencil, and they got the iPad, the tablets, and now instead of clicking and moving the lines, they're flying by. So after like 2 years, I bought my iPad for one of my friends. His name was Charles. He was with school in Iowa. He was like, "Yeah, I have an iPad. I'll sell it to you." It was a big one. He gave it to me for like $250. Wow, look at that. There you go again. The best ability is connecting people. I call people. I'm a people person. So wow, he gave me this big, expensive iPad for low. And I get the pencil. And that's just when I started really like, okay. And then I met this trainer through JP's mom, JP Tokoto's mom, Laurence. She was like, this is the part where this is a good part. I don't know if people know this. So like, she says, hey, listen, I want to do a family portrait, Christmas card for my family, send to our friends and family. I like your cartoons. Can you do it? Mind you, at the time, I'm probably charging like $60 or $70, And she said, all right, can you draw Sydney, Seth, Sophie, JP, and the dog Buster? Put all my kids on the Christmas card. I'm thinking, okay, 60 times 5. Okay, that's 300. I'm about to,
Yeah.
oh, good. I'm about to be good. And I told her, she was like, that's kind of a lot. I'll give you 120. But listen, Marlon, trust me. I have a big network of people. If someone's going to see it and ask you for more work. And at the time, I've never been told that before. So I had to think. If I would have said, no, I need it, she would have gave it to me. But she's like, no, trust me. Mind you, it takes about 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, every person, 3 to 4 times. That's 20 hours on a day worth of it. So I do it for 120. I took it. Then she sends me a screenshot. Yo, this trainer, JP's old trainer, he asked me, if you boom boom, he says gonna hit you up. He wants to do a piece like this.
Yeah.
All right. So he doesn't hit me back. So he had messed him. He's gonna DM me. He'll hit me back. Cool. So what's the last little game? Hey, did Chris have anything get back to you? No, he did. Not hit him up again. So now I'm like, damn. And I've seen his videos online, but I've never seen his face. I'm, oh, that's the guy who he works with Ben Simmons and okay, LeBron. That's pretty cool. So then what happens is I think to myself, all right, I need to get this money somehow, some way. I need to get this connection. So I look at all his social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, bet. And I just draw a picture of him. Just draw a picture of him, and I just send it to his Facebook, tag him, and put one of his quotes. Put it on Twitter, tag him. Put it on Instagram, tag him. And then on Twitter, he reached out to me. Hey, man, it's good work, bro. Thank you. I'm like, yeah, appreciate you, man. Lawrence told me that you were looking for somebody with skills like mine. Maybe you got something for me. You know what he said? No,
No, not right now.
I don't have anything for you, honestly. But thank you. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, I was about to be lost. And then like an hour later, he hits me up. Hey, what's your number? Get my number and stuff. He calls me. He's like, listen, I have a podcast coming out. It's going to be Swiss Cultures. Justin Holiday, who's a patient at the time. Norris Cole, flat top, two-time NBA champ. Everyone knows Norris Cole. And me, we're doing a podcast. I want you to do that cartoon thing. But for me, how much? I told him the price. He said, oh, that's no problem. And he says, whatever you charge, I'll do it. But I need you to know I work with a crazy network. I work with players. He's like, I work with players like KD, Chris Paul, Melo, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Ben Simmons. Mind you, I've been around Shaq. So I'm instead of LeBron James, I was pretty good players. I was pretty good players.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. I work with you. Yeah, whatever you want to pay, man, I got you. So then I do it. And he gives more than I even asked for. I think he was testing me. I don't know. And I'm wow. So from there, I thought, I'm not getting a job. I'm gonna just keep doing this. This is. And he says, hey, you do logos too. Like, yeah, I do logos. This company, basketball company, I'm going to start. It's called Just Hoop. Just make some ideas for that. How much charge for that? Told him, all right, make it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I like these two. I don't want to bother you. He's like, can you put it on the clothes? Let me see how I look. It don't gotta look real, you know. So I go. I'm not putting it on like weak ass Gildan t-shirts. I'm putting it on nice, high quality, dry fit. And it's looking real. It's looking believable. He called me. Listen, you want to work for me? I can pay you every month. And like, what I don't, I'll pay you out of my pocket, but you're going to get most of your money off of the connections and the web people. So that was 2019, 2018, 2019, I think. So from then on, I've been around. Been on FaceTime calls with Dwayne Wade. I done been around Ben Simmons. Like I done been around. I done did my first time going to California ever. I stopped to visit Chris. Master P was in the gym. Talking to him, oh, what's up, man? You do a Saints fan? He's like, yeah. My friends from high school used to play for the Saints. Really? They play for the Saints right now. Really? Yeah, man. His name's Zach. Okay, so I'm just networking. I'm not starting. It's Master P. In my head, I'm my mom used to love you, but in person, I'm like, man, how you doing? How do kids play it cool? And now I'm Chris. I get to meet, I don't, got to meet so many people. I did stuff for a lot of people just off that. And I think early on he told me, yeah, Marlon, you don't really act like super crazy, like starstruck or anything like that. So it's easy to, like when I go to the gym, I'm not in there, ask for autographs, ask for pictures, make a little joke, and it's just like I feel like my personality is I feel like my artist. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the best artist in the world. I'm not gonna say I'm not the best, but like I feel like personality wise, that's probably got me, where my talent could. Yeah. So Chris, even to this day, like he pays me every month, and, even if he needs me to do something for him or not, he'll hey, make this flyer. You do this. You have a patent for this. You do this. Hey, you use YouTube videos and thumbnails. I got millions of views off of the thumbnails that I made. Wow, he really gave me a chance off of just. And now imagine if I never would have worked with Lawrence, if I never did that. How? Oh no, I can't do that. No, I can't. I can't for 120. I can't do that. Imagine where I'd be now.
Right. Well, so I want to rewind and kind of highlight that in the story. So a couple things. One, you were willing to do something before it ever gave you true fruits, right? I mean, I wouldn't say spending, 10 hours a day or 6 hours a day at the library of just learning how to do something that had zero promise of financial benefit, but was just something you were intrigued by, is common. But number two, that initially you did a piece that took 4 hours or 3 hours and sold it for $20. And you go, well, I can do the math and that's not minimum wage, but you found joy in what you were getting to do. And then the fact that you could just make money from doing it was really the cherry on top of what you were doing. So talk a little bit about just falling in love with the process of something and being willing to do it just because you purely enjoy it, not necessarily, well, it's got to make me dollars today if I'm going to even start.
Yeah, so like when I was in fifth grade, my first art teacher, his name was Michael Penny, and he was saying, "Listen, guys, I'm an artist. You want to be an artist? You're not gonna make any money, but you'll be happy." I was all right. So I just always been doing art, graphic design since I was a kid. I was drawing. Remember when on the computer screens, bottom left corner, you press start, and then all this dust pops up. I would go and paint. And I
Yeah.
would I would put myself on the cover of Madden, NBA Live, and I'm literally on there for hours, like making, I don't find it, but literally masterpieces of just on there. And that's like the most primitive like design stuff possible. So I just been doing it. So I like it. Like, if I ever got like, you know, rich or when I get rich, I'll probably still just be drawing
Yeah.
off the, just off the stream. So like, and I just always thought like, I feel like it doesn't happen often, but there has to be some type of story where you just keep doing it. Someone has to, like, you can't get paid for everything. And I figured
Yeah.
I was gonna do it anyway. But I was just so lucky to have a connection of people that like would get to see, my stuff and could share it. I was lucky to be friends with guys who played high major D1 sports. I was lucky to be friends with guys who played in the NBA, overseas. So like me just drawing it, they're going to look at it and be, oh wow. So I just got lucky, honestly. It's not like I mean, I worked hard, but it's not like I just dedicated my whole life. And as a kid, I just knew I would be. I was drawn, I like it. And I just so happened to have a good network of friends that got to post it. And I got to be shown in front of people. And I ended up getting to be on NBC and stuff. It was hard. And I draw a lot, though. I draw a lot, do art a lot. And there will be times where I won't be posting. Like, I'll take a break and I'll stop and I'm just not doing
Yeah.
something. My friends are, bro, you're not drawing no more. Like, what are you doing? Lock in. Like, get back to what you're not. You chilling, huh? And I'll just, oh, you're right, you're right. And I'll just get back to it, you know? So, yeah, it's just a testament.
Yep.
So, like, Chris Johnson told me, he said, the best thing somebody can give you is not money, it's a recommendation.
Mm.
So, looking back at it, I'm like, all my recommendations have really helped me, slowly get, towards that goal.
That's so good. I love it. Now, as you were growing in your artistic ability, you also saw, and I'm going to probably call it wrong, but some type of weaving and artistic design that way, and you send a DM on Instagram. So talk about one, what intrigued you about this? Two, you should probably correct me on what the actual name of it's called, and then three, how you're operating what you're creating today.
So after I left Wisconsin, I got to move out of my college town. Just kind of, graduated from college. I'm like, let me get up out of here, try to figure out the rest of the world. So as a kid, I lived in Minneapolis, and it was my favorite city. And I had a brother, and I still have a brother. I have a brother, and like we didn't really talk as much. I'm like, you know what? He lives in Minneapolis, and I think he's gonna be leaving in like maybe a year. So let me move to Minneapolis. So I called my best friend who in college. Hey, you time to move to Minneapolis? I know you're working where you're at, but you're not really growing. Let's try it. If all else fails, we'll go back. We'll go back. So I moved to Minneapolis, nice apartment downtown. Like
Yeah.
I was a few blocks from the Timberwolves Stadium, the Twins, or the Vikings. So I was a really nice apartment. It wasn't cheap. Phil, it was not cheap. And I'm like, man, I'm getting a little money, but I can't do this. So I'm thinking, like, how do I get there? So a year before I moved there, I was on Twitter and I saw this girl make like these 90s style cartoon, like little mats and rugs. And I'm like, excuse me, did you make these? Did you buy these? She says, it's called toughness. And she just sends me links and website this. Go here, buy this, do this, do this. And I'm. So I tried it and I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't make a line. I had the wrong material. I just couldn't. So I just bought all the stuff, the frame, and put it together, cut my fingers on the nails, and I couldn't do it. So I set it down for a year. Fast forward, now I'm in Minneapolis and I need some money. Some money. I can't take girls out. I can't do nothing. I'm just, man, I got something to say. So all right, let me try it again. Let me lock in and try it again. Because now my back is against the wall. I'm in a new city. I need money. Like my rent's way higher than it was before, so I need to. All right, so I just go on YouTube. Oh, I'm looking, learning. I'm thinking to myself, like I've always been artistically inclined. Like I say, see something once, pottery. I remember I did pottery in middle school. No, eighth grade. No. It was freshman year and sophomore year. I did pottery. Didn't do it again. 6 years later, I do it again like nothing ever happened. I just can do anything art wise. So I'm thinking, it's art. I know I can do it. And my back is against the wall, so I have to make the extra money. The cartoon pictures, they weren't selling as much. It wasn't doing what it was doing on. All right, so I get to practice. Buy more material. Spend like $300, $400. I'm all right. Let me see. Was it my last 300, 400? Can't confirm or deny. But I was like, listen, I'm gonna learn this. So I had an iPad, so I'm recording myself. I have timestamps, everything, in case I ever get, come that guy. I'm talking to myself. Today's 2 a.m., November 10th. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see it. I'm trash. But one day I'm gonna be the best in the world. I'm just talking to myself like, if I say that now, it'll be you're just saying that. No, you're lying. I really have. I'll show you later. I have videos of me. I can't do it. Sometimes Chris called me. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to practice this. He's telling me, yeah, you get it. So I get to practice it. Eventually, I learn how to do it. Okay. So I do it, and then I get good. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So now I'm posting them on my Instagram. People are like, yo, did you make this? What's up? Did you make this? Oh yeah. How much? And I don't know. So I'm doing like 125, okay, 150. And one of my a friend of a friend, maybe he wanted me to do an Alabama Crimson Tide rug. Mind you, I'm probably 6, 7 rugs in. I'm still kind of new. So I said, he wanted it right away. So I tell him, it'll take you a little minute. It'll take me a minute, but if you really want it, give me $600. And he gives me $600. I'm gonna send you the rug. I mean, it might be my 10th rug made, like maybe less. So from there, wow, that's what the market is. One of my friends for Christmas, he wanted a rug for his. I think I started in like maybe early October. No, early November. So now I'm 2 months in, people are really starting to. So my friend wanted a rug. Looking back at it, I do want to go back and do a rug for everyone I started with because I feel like they were all trash. I was like, hey, listen, I'm better now. Here you go. My friend wanted the rug for his dad's birthday. I'm like, how much? I'm like, you really want it? $100. He was, all right, bet. I'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing that, and I'm just, and honestly, looking back at it, even the drawings, a lot of my drawings when I first had the iPad, to me, that weren't that good. But I was getting paid for it. And even the rugs, they were looking back at it, they were not that good. But people liked me so much, they were okay. And it mean to me is like my eye different than your eye, and yeah. So pricing, man, I actually lost one of my friends from the rug pricing. He wanted to buy some rugs off me, and looking back at it, I overcharged him. I'm like looking down, this wasn't that good, and I overcharged him. And this is a friend that would have did anything for me. Like if I would have asked him to post him or put me around somebody, he would have did it. And now we don't talk anymore. It was like, damn, I really overpriced him. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad, but I'm sure we'll talk again one day. I'll say, bro, I'm sorry, like we'll figure it out. But I get the price it was, and then I get to practicing, and then once again, now those people who are play sports and whatnot, and the big platforms, do the music stuff. Now instead of hey, John, you do a road for me. But now I'm TikTok. I'm making TikTok. I'm making different stories, and I'm just doing stuff like dogs and stuff like. So now there's that. It's another thing of the back is against the wall. What am I gonna do? Got to do something. I'm only good at a few things, so let me try to do what I'm best at. So now I'm doing those.
I love that. Now, as you're kind of talking through, that whole, I've gotten better. I look back on things and I don't think it was that good at that time. I always think that's a, unique, element of life, right? Is like at that moment in time, your 10th rug was significantly better than your first rug was, I would imagine. But today you say, well, gosh, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been doing this for 3 years. I can't believe that I thought my 10th rug was good. And it's that interesting dynamic where we have to appreciate the progress we're making, right? But also understand that we're not a finished product yet, because I'm sure 5 years from now, Marlon will say, man, I can't believe in 2024, I thought I was doing my best work because I'm even better now than I was then.
Oh, for sure. Like, I know it. Like, it's just the more I do it, the better I get.
Yep.
That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And thankfully, in Atlanta, I have a support system. Two of my best friends out here, they'll tell me, bro, like, you're the most talented person we know. Like, who doesn't play sports? Like, you have the ability to make, like, they'll really sit me down and, like, one of my friends, I'll say it, his name's Malik. He will say, Mom, we have the ability to make 100K a year, get up the damn video game and lock in. And I'll be, yeah, like, it's
Yeah.
just, it's good to have people that care about yourself. Like, my friends are all pieces of shit. They're not good people. Like, they'll tell you what you need to hear. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to, yeah, you do your best. No, they're going to say, bro, you're not doing what you do. Like, make more rugs. You need money for rugs? How much you need? I'm like, you have an excuse, bro. That's not an excuse. No, you better than this. No. And they'll tell me, like, bro, I can't do what you do. If I can do what you can do, I'll do it all day, every day. But, like, there's no reason you're not. So, like, that's a part of being a good person. People care about you so much that they'll look in the eye, tell you the truth. Then they'll scream at you, like, bro, what are you doing? You can make X amount off of this world and
Yeah.
this and watch doing it. You can get to 100K with ease. You don't have to work a normal job. You can really, it is, but you got to buy into it. So I'm forever grateful for my friends down here. And just in general, like friends I haven't talked to, a bunch of my friends that live in the Midwest, so we play video games and call each other. And I would say, all right, what do you do to get better? What are you doing? Are you making you haven't posted in a while? So now, like the last month and a half, I think my followers for my page are like the eyes for my insights. I think I had like 13,000 people look at my page in a month. And that's really low for me. Now I'm back to like the 85, 90 range where 90,000 people, 27 people a month or a day, or 2,700 people just looking at my page, looking, liking, peeking, okay, sharing, posting. So it's like, it's going up. I want to get back to 150, 200,000 every month. People just looking, asking, oh, can I do this? Yeah, I can. Running. Yeah, it's all about really just, you got to give a fuck. People always want to do this and go here, but like, they don't see what it takes to get to there. Like, I don't see my family that often. I don't hang out with my homies that much. I should sleep more, but it's like I'll do it eventually. But it's a lot to go into whatever you want to do. It could be even in your lane. You want to be selling houses and stuff off. You probably took a bunch of L's. All right,
Yep.
wake up, put my it is raining crazy. I don't think you see this, but there's like a huge storm. You see that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to sit in a storm and do a podcast outside. If you
Yeah.
want it that bad, it hit different.
I love it. I love it. Well, Marlon, I want to say thanks so much for sharing your journey, man, and all the amazing things that you're doing. I'm excited to continue to watch your journey, and I know probably 2 years, 3 years from now, we'll be doing this again, highlighting the more pivotal moments that have led to where you're at then.
Hey man, that's great. I would love to be a part two in the future. And then see, oh, what happened? What did you make it to what you wanted to be? Or you just chasing girls? What happened, man? I'm gonna say, man, it got me, man. Start from the beginning again. I'm working back in Nike. It got me from the beginning. Hey,
I'll,
I'm here. I'm gonna send you some of the art pieces that I did. It took forever and the hours it took. And I'm gonna send it to maybe put them going here, but she'd be like, wow, that's what you're doing. Yeah, compared to the internet now.
I love it.